A long, rambling pitch about how exciting Waves and Curls are, how they are lighting the tag team division on fire, but I'm going to let their introduction speak for itself. What do you think?
Absolutely. It's time to party.
Traevon Jordan, Jaylen Brandyn, the most electrifying tag team, not only in Northeast Wrestling, but quite frankly, I think the entire wrestling world.
You know, the fans love them. The fans just love being in their presence. Like I said, it's a party atmosphere here. You know, they kind of remind me of another team from a few years ago who rocked the house every Northeast Wrestling show. And that's what makes this matchup so intriguing, such a classic in the making. This is going to be the ultimate party starter of a match.
It is going to be a party starter, but for Waves and Curls coming in here against Private Party, they know the stakes are very, very high because not only, wait, hold on. There you go, some confetti. But they know the stakes are high tonight because they know that Private Party was in a similar position to where they were, or they are now. Private Party was there just a couple of years ago on the verge of taking that next step, and they have taken that next step. Now, Waves and Curls want to take that next step, and if they can pick up a victory here tonight, that would be huge for their careers.
We know they've been on the verge for a while now. They've been on the verge of being in that upper echelon of the tag team division. They want to crack at those tag team championships. They'll be on the line later tonight, but a whole lot on the line, as you said, in this match as well.
Because if you go on social media, a lot of people have made the parallels between these two teams, but it's one thing to have those on paper, it's another to see it live in the ring.
And their opponents from the location where you need an invitation, the team of Kassidy, Private Party.
Members of the Hardy family office, Isiah Kassidy, Marq Quen, they are here joining us on behalf of All Elite Wrestling. And once again, thank you to AEW and Tony Khan for allowing this team to be here tonight. And I'm sure Waves and Curls are also very thankful to Tony Khan that they get this opportunity tonight.
Absolutely. It's a homecoming in so many ways. We saw Cody Rhodes, former NEW champion, just a few minutes ago. Private Party are back home as well. And we're going to see a lot of new faces as the night goes on, thanks to AEW. But these guys, you have to believe they have a bit of a chip on their shoulder here. They're coming back, and now Waves and Curls, the new kids in town. Private Party, you know they want to show and prove here tonight.
Private Party knows that Waves and Curls are not only right up against their rearview mirror, they know that they are hungry, they want it, and Private Party knows that they are now a target, so they have to take that next step and knock down those young up-and-comers that they once were just a couple of years ago.
It's been quite the evolution for Private Party. You know, you alluded to the leadership of Matt Hardy in their lives. Just a lot of experience in a very short period of time for these guys. They've definitely stepped their game up, but we'll see how that affects their performance here now that they're back in their old turf.
We have this starting things off. This is kicking things off. We have so much to come here tonight, here at the historic Mid-Hudson Civic Center in Poughkeepsie, New York, as Private Party and Waves and Curls now vying for the attention of the crowd. And like you said, a big-time party atmosphere here in Poughkeepsie.
A one-of-a-kind match, man. You know, we've heard so much about that term, the forbidden door, about things opening up all over the wrestling world. This is where it's been happening for years. Northeast Wrestling is where the best from all over, they come to test themselves against each other.
And you saw that in our opening video. The stars of the future are bred here at Northeast Wrestling. They get their chance to shine at such an early stage in their career, and that's where Waves and Curls are. They're still very young in their time as a tag team. It's funny to think that just a couple of years ago, Private Party was right here, very inexperienced, but now under the tutelage of Matt Hardy, have already improved leaps and bounds over the past couple of years.
We know Matt Hardy watching very closely. In fact, right from backstage, because he's getting ready for his big main event later on tonight. One of many here this evening as he takes on Mr. Northeast Wrestling, Brian Anthony.
Isiah, Kassidy, Jaylen, Brandyn getting ready. Collar and elbow tie up into the side headlock from Kassidy as he goes off the ropes, and a shoulder tackle right there to start things off, and a little bit of bravado there.
Well, big size and power differential here. This kid, man, always the underdog from a size perspective in just about every matchup that he's in.
Off the ropes, goes for the Hurricane Rana, but a cartwheel right out of it. Goes for that arm drag, no, as these two almost like mirror images here, knowing what is coming next from each other. Sweeps the legs out, does Kassidy. Ends up on his back, but not for long as we have a standoff in Poughkeepsie.
Well, you can talk about the parallels between these teams all day long, but the biggest one in my eyes, they're all hot dogs. They're all show-offs. They all want to show their best, most exciting stuff, and they're all pretty darn exciting.
Extending the hand. And for some reason, I just knew when Matt Hardy was training them and giving them advice that was going to happen.
Yeah, definitely a bit of an edge to Private Party that we just didn't see. It wasn't there when they were here in Northeast Wrestling in the past, but as we said, things change, and their careers have taken them to new places, so hard to argue with success.
And now Waves and Curls standing tall.
What are we calling for here?
I think we're going to... a dance-off, I think. As long as you don't dance, I'm fine with this.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere near this.
Is he going to do it? Is Kassidy going to do it?
What do you call that one, Paul?
I'm not going to call it. Here we go. Oh, little kid in play. Although I think they call it something else now.
Oh, wait a second. I think they call it an old-fashioned cheap shot attempt.
Well, that is what it was, but Waves and Curls able to see it coming. Quen landed on his feet, popped up, reverse atomic drop, and the clothesline off the springboard on the second rope. Here comes Kassidy. Double elbow and a double team leg drop senton combination from Waves and Curls.
Private Party had a game plan, but Waves and Curls were ready for them.
Clearly, they were prepared. They knew what kind of underhanded tactics that Private Party will sometimes get themselves into. But Waves and Curls had it studied. They are ready, but this is just the beginning. I feel like if Private Party wants to, they are so good at dictating the pace, especially under the learning tree of Matt Hardy over the last couple of years.
Waves and Curls, you could just feel the energy. It's palpable. They're so excited, so enthusiastic and up for this contest because of everything you said, Paul. This means so much to their careers and just the way they're viewed by the fans. This is a match that, in their eyes, they probably feel like they need to win.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say they're desperate, but they are definitely going to be hyper-focused and have tunnel vision when it comes to this match. They have focused on nothing else as Jaylen Brandyn with a drop kick, sending Kassidy to the floor. Now Marq Quen in there one-on-one against Brandyn. Into the corner. Quen charges, meets a foot. Jaylen Brandyn to the second, and look at that. From the outside, just a brief distraction, but held on, and that was more than enough as Quen with airtime on that drop kick.
With a team as quick as Private Party, that half a second is all they need to completely turn the tables, and now it's all Private Party.
Suplex there from Quen. Quen, a hell of an athlete as he makes the cover. Hold on. Gets a 2 count there, but Quen, definitely a phenomenal athlete. You saw it on the hang time there on the drop kick, but this is what I'm talking about. I feel like 2 or 3 years ago, Private Party would have just been at 100 miles an hour, and they are slowing the pace.
Well, the other thing is, they're certainly showing a lot of swagger, a lot of confidence that maybe they didn't quite have just yet in the early days. They've always been really good. Now they know how good they are.
That's exactly right. I mean, the confidence is definitely on display here as he is now taunting Traevon Jordan, and Jordan having absolutely none of it. He is a powder keg over there on the apron ready to explode.
Things getting heated. I think this is going to be a common theme throughout the night. So many big personal matchups. We're going to see a lot of explosions here this evening, Paul.
Yes, we will. Marq Quen ripping at the forehead of Jaylen Brandyn, and he looks Traevon Jordan right in the eyes and says, do something about it. But Traevon Jordan knows he has to try to stay composed here. And look at this just taunting of Jaylen Brandyn and adding a little insult to the injury.
And just pure tag team wrestling 101. Isolate the smaller opponent, lean on him, try to keep him from making the tag, and try to wear him down and beat him. Private Party learning their lessons well from Matt Hardy.
And there is a big chop as Marq Quen taunting a downed Jaylen Brandyn as he and Kassidy seemingly enjoying their time here under the hot lights. It is a very hot building. Keep that in mind here as the condensation is going to build up quickly on the competitors and on the ropes. Oh, come on.
More taunting. Smack talk from Private Party, and it cost him.
Empty pool, nobody home. Jaylen Brandyn trying everything to get that tag. Lands on his feet, and he got the tag. Traevon Jordan is in.
A whole new ball game now. Pure power.
Big time back elbow. Clothesline. Gets the boot up. Tosses him off the ropes, catches him, sidewalk slam.
Holy moly, he's hitting everyone and throwing everyone that moves. Private Party being tossed around like yesterday's garbage.
And Traevon Jordan is feeling the momentum. He has to stay focused. He has to stay on target here. Into the corner.
Runaway freight train, corner to corner. He's taking on the world here.
Leg drop, bulldog combination from Jordan. He's going to make the cover on Quen. Shoulder up from Quen. Private Party alive here in our opening contest. Wrestlefest 25 celebrating 25 years of Northeast Wrestling. And this is the tag team action we love to see.
Bragging rights on the line. Toe to toe now, things are breaking down.
Hold on, Jordan catches him. Ripcord. Pops him up, holds on. Are we going to get a heart attack? Sling blade. There it is, making the cover. But Traevon Jordan did not have enough energy to stop Kassidy from getting in that ring and making the save. And look at that, smart tag team wrestling. Gets the tag, and the fresh man is in against Waves and Curls.
That is not wrestling, tag team wrestling 101. That's some advanced stuff here, and now
firing with those forearms is Kassidy as Waves and Curls, they are just reeling here in the center of the ring. Brandyn is defenseless here against Kassidy. As Kassidy feeling himself here off the ropes.
Oh, he damn sure felt that.
They played possum there. The Enziguri pop up, sit out, power bomb. But no, they decide not to make the cover. Going for the double team into the moonsault. Cover.
Watch out.
Oh, out of absolutely nowhere. Marq Quen making the save with a little bit of pizzazz.
We've got bodies everywhere. All four men are down. Who's got anything left in the tank at this point?
We shall see. Private Party, Waves and Curls kicking things off. Traevon Jordan, oh, he's going to call for that choke slam. But Marq Quen doing everything he can to fight this off. No, lands on his feet. Wow, double Enziguri from Private Party.
Another 2-on-1 situation. This is dangerous.
Showing that fighting spirit, that heart, that will to win. He knows how important this match is. He is not going to let it die so quickly. But there's Kassidy. Here comes Quen.
How many times have we seen this?
Hey, caught him. opting not to make the cover so quickly, but there it is. Private Party picks up the victory. They may not have picked up the win here tonight, but Jerry, Waves and Curls learned a valuable lesson about what it will take for them to reach the next level, and I have no doubt that they will.
Absolutely. They hung with one of the top, fastest rising teams in the world today, and they undoubtedly coming out better for it. What a match.
That was just our opening contest. We have so much more to come here tonight at Wrestlefest 25, celebrating a quarter century of Northeast wrestling.